Oh, it is time to go live. It is Wednesday at 11:30. Every week we're here live because we have another podcast episode to release at 12 noon. I want you guys to go watch that. But today I want to introduce my man, John Barnes. We had a wonderful conversation a few weeks ago, and we're going to release this episode today. But I just want to highlight, as I always do, highlight one thing that we talked about in his episode. And John is a very nice, kind man. Let me rephrase that. He's a kind man. And that's what we're talking about today, being kind as a leader. And what does that really mean? Because as we were talking, he was saying some things about being really, really kind. And I was, I don't know if I'm that kind. I don't know if I'm that nice. And I know I'm not that nice based off of what I researched. But, he said he would do things and to get his employees and the people that he lead to perform better, or try to get them to perform better. As he said, making them want to do better by being kind. So before I get into and start breaking down this whole thing, I just want to say thank you for joining in for this live. It's always short and sweet, anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. So stay for the whole thing. But this is the comment that I'm going to break down from John Barnes. And this is something that I was struggling with as he was talking about it. Let's just listen in here.
So you want to motivate and encourage and coach through kindness and through, uplifting them and making them want to do better. And I always say that means sometimes, you know what? You send them home early on a Friday. You let them go to their kids' play at 2:30 in the afternoon and say, you don't need to come back. We'll see you tomorrow. You want to give them some little perks that will show them you care about them and you value them. And that helps them to become more loyal, more dedicated.
So I didn't really have a problem with any of, hey, we need to motivate them. We need to encourage them. What else did he say? We need to coach them. But then he put that qualifier right at the end, through kindness. And I get that. Yes, I agree with that. But then when he started to say, hey, let people go home early, this, that, and others, a lot of other things that he said in the full, the full episode, go check it out. But at first it came off to me kind of soft. And me personally, I, as a leader, I have an intensity about me. I have a directness about me. I have a straightforward nature about me. Just last week or 2 weeks ago, my team, we had been struggling here at Bear Down Logistics, and I questioned them, and I asked them, hey, do you want the guy that's just being nice to you guys and accepting mediocrity? Or do you want the guy who's going to tell you the truth and push you to be what you say that you want to be? And I stopped myself. I say, you know what? That's a rhetorical question, because I know what you guys are going to get. You guys are consistently telling me that you want to get to this point in your careers, have this amount of revenue, make this amount of money. And I feel like as a leader, I'm letting you down. So I'm going to shift into another gear of being very, very straightforward and very, very direct, and not so kind, so to speak. But as I started to study this episode, and specifically this this clip that I played from John, I did some word search. And if you guys follow me, you guys know I like these word searches, because we know what words mean, or we think we know what words mean. But sometimes if we go back to the origin meaning, we may not be using those words in the correct sense. And the one thing that John said to me after he said that, I was like, John, sometimes you just can't be that nice. And he said, no. There's a difference between being nice and being kind. And so I went back and I looked up the origin of those two words, and you won't believe what I found out. So check this out. The word nice, if you look up, just search it up. The origin of the word nice, the meaning is foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless. It comes from the root word ne, N-E, that is not, and seer. I think I'm saying that. It's a Latin word, seer, spelled SCIER, knowledge, to know, not to know, not to have knowledge. That is what nice means. And it blew me away because we say nice all the time. Oh, that was nice. Oh, you're just being nice. And really, I don't think a lot of us, at least where I come from and the people who I talk to, understand what the word nice means. But more importantly, I went to the word kind, the origin of the word kind. And the origin of the word kind means deliberately doing good to others. Changed my whole perspective. And I said, John was right in every way that he meant, hey, motivate, encourage, coach through kindness. Because my whole purpose, and I always bring out my stationery here, my whole purpose is, and it's written, my purpose is to enhance the lives of others through any expertise or resource that I have available with me. So I am deliberately attempting to do good for and to others. Reshape my whole thinking. And even though I am more direct, I'm more forward, I'm more whatever you want to call it, kindness is the underlying method, because everything that I'm doing as a leader, as a parent, as a husband, as a brother, I'm doing because I want to see other people do well. Kindness. So let's not get those things twisted as leaders, as people. Kindness, deliberately doing good to others, for others. We can do everything with that. But the one thing that I think John missed, he said motivate, encourage, coach. And so that's great. But when do you challenge? I'm more of a challenger. Yes, I am a motivator. I am an encourager. I am a coach. But I love a challenge. I love to be challenged. And that's probably why I love to challenge other people in a way that when I see more potential in someone, I want to challenge them to get to that potential. And then yesterday I was having a conversation on another episode that's coming up where this young lady said, I think that's where a lot of times people like us make mistakes, is that we see potential in other people, but those other people may not only see the potential, but not even want to reach that potential. They may be okay where they're at. And now we're frustrated because they're not trying to reach their potential. And then we're frustrating them because we're trying to push them beyond a measure that they want to go. And then now it's all, we all get frustrated. But going back to the point of the word kindness, I believe if we can get back to a society where we're deliberately doing good for and to others, that is a place that we have to get back to. I was reading in the book of Genesis, the story of Tower of Babylon. And in there, the land had one language, one people, and they all went out to build this tower, but they wanted to do it because of their own pride. They did say, hey, let's go and work in excellence to build this tower. And when I was reading that, when God came down and he stopped it and spread everybody out, he said, now that they have united with one common language, one common goal, and I'm paraphrasing this, nothing that they put their minds to collectively, being united with one vision, with the same language, nothing can be held from them. That was powerful to me. And if we could motivate, and if we could encourage, and if we could coach, and if we could challenge, like my man John said, through kindness, we will elicit something from the people that we lead. People want to see those qualities. People need to see those qualities. Like John said, we'll make them want to do better, but we got to understand if they want to do better. So that's it today. That's what I wanted to bring to the table, because I was struggling with John's comment. It's like, man, that's a little too soft, man. I'm a little harder than that. You know, I'm a little bit more rugged than that. I come from that sports background where coaches kicking your ass every day and telling you to get up and finish. They don't care if you fall down, get up, let's get it. That's kind of where I'm at in my nature of getting people going. But the underlying thing, the underlying quality aligns just with what John said: motivate, encourage, coach, and challenge with kindness. Man, check out the episode, Principles of Winning. We drop an episode every Wednesday. We have executives, we have entrepreneurs, athletes, entertainers. All of that is coming to you. And they're breaking down their principles of how they were able to build their lives in such a way through certain principles that they relied on. And we talk about how they developed those principles. How did those principles help them to climb that ladder of excellence, of being successful? How do they define success? And then how do they help other people, their teams that they lead, become successful? And there's so many great stories and so many nuggets and so much wisdom from the experience that you should check out. Principles of Winning. Every Wednesday, we release another episode, 12 o'clock every Wednesday. Check us out on YouTube. Hey, I appreciate you guys out there. Y'all have a great day. Have a great hump day. Get over this hump, and let's do it in excellence.